what do I think? I think it's Friday. It's Friday. And that means I only got one more day to work. That's right. Tomorrow is Saturday. We'll be doing Trash to Treasures along a country road. Not sure what we're going to be doing, but we'll be having a good time, and I hope you will join us tomorrow morning. We always feature a couple of classic country blues and mix it all up and have quite a gumbo right here. But today is Friday, and today is the big day. You just kind of felt like you were sending President Trump off to war, weren't you? You know, as he waved goodbye to the crowd and yeah. And now they're trying to backpedal it. Well, we don't know what we're going to get accomplished. Don't get too excited here. They got people in Anchorage waiting for the president to come, pro-Ukrainian. People are waiting there. They're protesting, not protesting. Anyways, they're there. It's going to be a big event. It kind of reminds me of the theme to Rocky. Does anybody feel like we should be playing that song, you know, as he's climbing the steps there to make it all so special? I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying that this is what Trump does best, right? He does get out there and he does go for the gusto, and he does it with a lot of flair, and I think that comes from what? From being in media, from knowing how to do this. So he is on the plane. He is the plane. He is headed to Alaska, to Anchorage, where he will meet with Putin afterwards. I believe in the order it's supposed to happen, he's supposed to call Zelensky. Zelensky will be waiting on the phone. Yes, boss. You did what, boss? I'm sorry, boss. We cannot go there, boss. I will not do that, President Trump. Oh, come on. You know you want to get this thing done. Of course you're going to do that. And he'll go, no, boss, I can't do this. We'll see. I hope it goes better than what anybody is thinking it could go, but who knows how it's exactly going to work out, do we? We just really don't know. But we can only hope. And we do wish President Trump all the best as he heads out. President Trump is headed to Alaska to meet a main foe, Premier Vladimir Putin. We will wait and see how it goes, folks. Stay tuned right here on every media source around. This will be going on all day long. So let's see if we'll be able to pop a champagne cork. Or is this what's going to happen?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yes, we have our own sound effects right here on WCRS. So what do you think? Do you feel that way? 864-229-7984. Yes, I'm Ann Eller. Yes, I'm feeling kind of froggy this morning. So I hope you are ready for a great Friday. All right, so that's going on. We'll have to wait and see, but that'll be the thing that's going to occupy the news, and well, it should. But we've got some other stories I want to talk about. One of the stories that I'd like to talk about is, what do you think about the current spin on the junk food warfare on SNAP, the food stamp program, to do away with some of the things that, like soda, candy, these type of things, will not be able to be purchased on SNAP benefits. There's been a lot of uprising about it. Democrats have been making probably the biggest noise about it. But what do you think about it? 864-229-7984. I tell you what, I have always thought that SNAP benefits, food stamps should have been for the basics. That's just my personal opinion, because I thought it was important that we feed children and adults nourishing food. So do I feel bad that they're cutting out some of these things? No. And if a person still wants to buy those things, can they still buy them? Absolutely. They may just not be able to buy them with a SNAP, but maybe if they have the money to buy some of these other things. But this latest story about the spin, and this is what in my life, one of the few jobs I wished I have not gotten yet. Yeah, I say yet because it's never too late, you know. Well, it might be for you, Ann. But would have been to be a spin doctor, because I love looking how everybody spins the stories, right? So the latest spin story is that Democrats are fighting to keep Americans fat. Now, do you believe this one? That they want them fat, lazy, dependent on the government? Well, maybe. But I think that is a horrible thing to say, that a source, people that are in charge of trying to keep Americans healthy, keep things going on, would say, we want to keep you fat. We want to keep you fat. I hope that's not true. I hope it's not true. But I wanted to mention that just because I thought that was so funny. What a spin. Democrats are trying to keep Americans fat. We should all be striving for health. I do think that some of the things that are happening at the Food and Drug are good things. I do think bringing back the president's fitness test. You know, the thing about Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, and his staff, his cabinet and everything, are they inventing anything really new? No. They are bringing back things that had success in our country. So I think, truthfully, Donald Trump probably has this problem with this one word. I've not heard him say it. The used to word, just like I do right here on WCRS. I talk about the used tos. Well, I think Donald Trump is looking at the used tos and saying, you know, those were not bad things at all. All right, so our Democrats are fighting to keep Americans fat. That was just a little aside that I saw last night. Now, I wanted to go back and talk about the Kennedy Center, the honorees for the 2025 Kennedy Center honors. George Strait, woo, King of Country, right here on WCRS. Michael Crawford, Tony Award-winning, famed for The Phantom of the Opera. Sylvester Stallone, of course, Rocky, Rambo, and Creed. Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive, a cultural theme. See, now, to me, just thinking about this, and it just came through my brain here, I will survive. That has to be a President Trump mantra, right? I will survive. With all the things, right, that he's been through, he still has survived. So maybe there's a little sub-message right there. Kiss, legendary rock band known for their theatrical performances. I was never really a Kiss fan. I mean, I'll be truthful. I love the makeup and all the stuff they went through, and I think as long as they've been doing it to still... How would you like to be... You know, in your 20s and 30s, probably was cool to dress up with all those costumes. When you get to be in your 60s, you gotta go, really? I got to put that headdress on today. It's got to be a little bit interesting to look at it from their perspective. You'd like to say, you're going to take this all off and just let yourselves be exposed as what you are? Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Keep the costume. Keep the costume. All right. It's kind of like seeing the Rolling Stones, right? As they prance around on the stage and everything, and you're going, God almighty, they've been doing that a long time. Anyways, the Honors Gala is supposed to take place on Sunday, December 7th, at the Kennedy Center Opera House in Washington, and it's going to be hosted by President Trump himself. We heard about this yesterday. I just really wanted to bring it up. And it'll be broadcast on CBS. Talk about a change that CBS is willing to put that out there for the public. And yeah, I'm sure the whole time that there'll be somebody standing beside the cameraman saying, I'm sorry, you're getting President Trump's bad angle. Can you just move it over a little bit this way? I'm sorry, you need to move this. Close in closer there. Do not pull back so far. I can just see somebody standing there advising the CBS cameramen, who, of course, are working for CBS, to make sure that President Trump gets the best angles and best everything else, because they've had not a close relationship. But that's what's supposed to be going on. Now, let's see if I can find that story real quick. I did see a story this morning that said that, okay, Ann, where is it? A story about someone that turned it down because he didn't want to be involved in politics at all. And at this time, to turn down that honor, I think it's pretty amazing. Where is it? Come on, where is it? I had the article, I had it right here, and then I lose it. But I wanted to, nope. All right, let's see. Let me go over here and I'll find that for you. Let's see, what do we got here? As I can find it. Down. Kennedy honor. I know. Because he didn't want to be involved in it. Let's see. Trying to find it. They may find it. Tom Cruise said no, that's who it was, to the 2025 Kennedy Center honor, reportedly declined the invitation to be part of the 2025 Kennedy Center honors. The reason given, scheduling conflicts. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Do you believe that? I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. He was offered the honor but could not participate. You know, I think for that type of honor, you should be able to just about change everything, because it's just that one night. Come on, Tom. And it says under here, so uncertainty remains if it's strictly logistical or politically motivated. I go for politically motivated. I believe he did not want to get involved in, but what a great group to be with in this group. So I find that a shame. George Strait, Michael Crawford, Sylvester Stallone, Gloria Gaynor, Kiss, and if Tom Cruise had gotten in on it, it would have been, particularly because of his First Gun movies and everything, wouldn't that have been a great honor? So, okay, Tom, we got your number. Doris Day. Okay, somebody just told me Doris Day repeatedly turned down the honor. Well, I did not know that. Because her fear of flying prevented her from attending the ceremony. You know, she knew far enough in advance she could have taken the train, she could have had a limo, Oh, come on. And where did Doris Day live? Did she live in California or D.C.? Or I mean, not in D.C., in New York City. Anyways, Doris Day repeatedly turned down the honor. Well, I don't think fear of flying is Tom Cruise's excuse. Anyways, there'll be a lot of speculation about that. Right now, he hasn't made any statement, but we will be anxiously awaiting. I can just see it 3 days before, a week before or something. They'll send a message to Washington, D.C. Tom has reconsidered and his schedule has opened up. Is there any way the president could put him in there? Yeah, right. Tom, you blew it. You blew it. Anyways, it's probably because of all the, dealing with China on his movies and everything. He didn't want to ruffle any feathers. Who knows? He probably has another movie he's working on. I don't know. If anybody does, 864-229-7984. But we just have confirmed Doris Day did not accept it for fear of flying. Now that was flimsy, Doris. I mean, an opportunity to have had that bubble haircut and look so cute. I can tell you this. Many years ago, my family and I went to the Rockefeller Center. And, you know, they always had the Rockettes dancing, and then they had a little ballet thing. And I think my brother was maybe 5 or 6. And so we decided to take in a show. So we got to see the high-stepping Rockettes. Then they brought out this little young person that was the ballerina. It was beautiful. And then we got to watch Rock Hudson and Doris Day in the glass bottom boat. And, you know, being young and impressionable, I thought, wow, that is really cool, a glass bottom boat. So anyways, we saw that movie, and I probably will always remember that. Not for everything else that happened, because when we walked outside, my brother, 5, 6 years old, looked at my mother and said, "Mom, could you get me that ballerina for Christmas?" He just thought that little ballerina was so perfect. And at 5 or 6 years of age, he remembered that ballerina and wanted to have that ballerina as his own. I just love that story. It's a true story, by the way. All right, so now let's move on. We've talked about the junk food. We've talked about the Kennedy Center. I want to talk about this just because I find this, again, let's see, where is it? Is it right here? Nope. I got it. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find this story. Yep, okay. I don't want to talk about that one today. Okay, where'd it go? All right, there is a guy down there in Charleston who is yes, here it is, who is running for Nancy Mace's soon-to-be vacant congressional seat. His name is the first Republican looking to represent U.S. Representative Nancy Mace in representing Charleston and the Low Country in Charleston area. State Rep Mark Smith will enter the 2026 race for the first congressional district seat on August 14th. So we actually did that yesterday. Mace has said that she plans to work through the rest of her term and run for governor. I'll be on the ballot in June only for the governor. All right. In an interview with the Post and Courier, Smith said he is not active. These are some points that you will not know unless I spend the time finding some of these crazy stories. Number 1, Mark Smith is not actively seeking Mace's endorsement, preferring to focus on my own race and let her focus on hers. Well, I think that's a good idea, Mark Smith. The Low Country doesn't need more drama out of Washington. We need a fighter who will deliver results, stand with President Trump, and put the people of South Carolina first. And that's exactly what I'm going to do when I get to D.C. He talks about some of his top priorities: securing the U.S.-Mexico border, done; cutting wasteful spending, working on it; fixing the ballooning national debt, working on it; and working alongside Trump to carry out his America First agenda. Okay, no biggie as far as that goes. He describes himself as a conservative Republican, also pledged to be accessible and, keyword, consistent. Not something we could say about Nancy Mace, or maybe we can't. I'm not a different Mark in different walks of my life, he said. My walk has been authentic. So even though, that's what he said. Now let me paraphrase for you. Even though Nancy Mace says she's a female Trump in heels, whatever, Mark Smith is billing himself as an authentic person. He is the same in all walks of his life. Let's see. What else did I want to share with you? He made his announcement at the New Realm Brewing on Daniel Island, across from one of Mace's congressional offices in the district. His entry marks the opening round in a contest that could reveal which strain of Republican politics holds sway there. While the nonpartisan Cook Political Report rates it as a solid Republican district, it is also only one in South Carolina where former Governor Nikki Haley defeated Trump in the 2024 GOP presidential primary, a sign that a more traditional strain of conservatism still has a foothold along the coast. Here's what I found interesting. Of all the things you could say about somebody, Smith, a businessman who grew up with Haley in Bamberg and was her high school prom date, is now leading hard into Trump's brand of republicanism. He said Trump's support is an endorsement he hopes to earn during the race. So, of all the things that you could highlight, why would you highlight that you were Nikki Haley's prom date however many years ago? He's a 55-year-old lawmaker and former Mount Pleasant Town Council member, is halfway through his third term of representing portions of Mount Pleasant, Daniel Island, the Kanehoy Peninsula, and more. He owns McAllister Smith Funeral and Cremation, which has 5 locations across Charleston and Berkeley counties. So there you go. That's a little bit about Mark Smith. But remember this, his claim to fame is that he was the high school prom date for Nikki Haley. Of all the things he could say, that is what he highlighted. There you go, my friends. Now you know it all, right here from your real news source, the real news source, Ann Eller. All right, we got some comments coming in. Everybody is going, what? I know, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I think it's pretty crazy. All right, what else do we have? Let's see if anybody else is chatting with me. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, talking about Nancy Mace. She is a bulldog with lipstick and has a foul mouth. Well, see, you know, this is the thing. There was a time where talking with foul mouth would not even be close to getting you anywhere. And if you did talk with a foul mouth, it puts you out. Now, if you'll notice, all the Democrats are talking with foul mouth. I don't really think I've heard that many Republicans throwing out explicitives like what we hear the Democrats throwing out there. So, Nancy, what does that really mean? What are you really after here? That is the question. And can you imagine just for a moment. A Governor Nancy Mace calling out the legislature about stuff they hadn't done what she thought was right or hadn't supported her or somebody comes into her state and she doesn't like it. Can you imagine what she would say and how she would present it? I am amazed, actually, though. I am amazed. I will tell you this, that she did a town hall in Rock Hill, South Carolina. I think it was first of the week. And the report said it was, she got a lot of positiveness out of it, which kind of frightens me. As far as a candidate for governor. Now, she also had some negative. I'm not going to say there wasn't any negative, but she did have more positiveness than I would have thought that was possible. So, there you go. I wrote down smoke. What did I write down smoke for? I don't know. Anyways, we are here at WCRS. Oh, I know. I wanted to talk about a lot of people are talking about, let's see. Oh yeah, I'm going to mention this post again because we're talking a little bit about Hollywood. We're talking about the Kennedy Center honors. Some of you may not have heard this story, but I find this amazing that in Hollywood that Kurt Russell has teamed up with Roseanne Barr and Tim Allen to launch the Non-Woke Actors Alliance. I mean, if you didn't get to listen yesterday, day before, I know I got a few of my peeps on here this morning that didn't get to hear this. They've got a new force already sending shockwaves through the entertainment world. Far from just a publicity stunt, this alliance positions itself as a safe haven for creatives who feel sidelined by the industry's dominant progressive culture, aiming to reclaim storytelling free from the grip of political correctness. How about that? Industry insiders are whispering this could ignite a cultural rebellion capable of shaking the very foundations of modern Hollywood, and the drama is only the beginning. So that's Roseanne Barr, Tim Allen, and Kurt Russell have teamed up to do this. I think that is terrific. I am looking forward to seeing what they come up with on that. So, if you think that's great, let me know. 864-229-7984. All right, let me go back here and see if I can find that thing that I think is hilarious. It is just hilarious. What people are saying about the little place that was the hamburger place right there, really across from Burton Center. And there is all these comments. There was like over 800 comments on it, and it is just hilarious what people think. You know, that little building never really stood out. It's right next to Quality Chrysler, right there in that area right there. Everything from, I guess I'm not going to find it here, everything from what? From a Lowe's, a small Lowe's, till an Olive Garden. I mean, people were making all kinds of crazy comments as to what was going on. And I think it is so terrific, the things that they are saying, that it could be. Why can't we always know what is going on? Here you go. I love this. Somebody from All Things Greenwood showed this, and it is just so funny, the things that they're thinking. A Home Depot, a mini Home Depot. Maybe they're going to put 3 stories. They'll have a Starbucks, Olive Garden. I mean, everybody was going over the edge with things that they are thinking. They're definitely doing work in there. They are definitely changing it up. But what a hoot as far as the things that we're seeing that might go in there. Does anybody know what's going in there? That would be my question. Does anybody know exactly? Because all the things that I saw We're so funny. We're so funny. I just wanted to mention it. I just think that there was like 500 or 600 comments about it, and it was hilarious. Let's see. Let me try one more, see if I can find it. Anyways, those are some of the things that I find. Yes, it's near Sonic, right? Near Sonic, and nobody seems to know what some of these things are. Now, they are going to have a Starbucks. That is actually true at in the parking lot there of New Journey Church, right next to McDonald's. And evidently, I've heard this for a long time, so I'm pretty sure that it's true. Chick-fil-A is going to go somewhere on the Burton Center property. I'm not sure whether they're taking the whole thing, part of it, but evidently that's where Chick-fil-A is going to go, down on this end, and I'm not sure when that's going to happen. But that's another thing that is coming up. New Spring, not New Journey, excuse me, New Spring, yes. Why do I get that wrong? I did that yesterday. New Spring, right here on the bypass. So you can go to McDonald's and you can go to get your coffee right there, so right next door. You can also get coffee at McDonald's, but they will also have that there. So I think that's kind of neat that this end of the bypass is finally getting some love. What do you think about it? I think it's pretty neat. So just as we look at all the things that are happening out there, I think it's pretty exciting. Now, Whataburger is that is another thing that's going in, but that has been identified down there where the old Ruby Tuesdays was. These are some of the things that have come up. A car wash? Don't think so. Somebody said, judging from the signs on top, it looks like a new Lowe's. Not true. Olive Garden, Target, smoothie place. It's a drive-through car wash that serves wings and other assorted delights. A Smoothie King would get a drive-through. That would be so convenient. Starbucks. Drive-through dentist. There you go. That's an interesting idea. Can you imagine a drive-through dentist? I've just been dealing with dentists. Yeah, can you just look at my jaw here? Can you fill this cavity without me getting out of the car? A beer joint. Sky City or Roses? Maybe poor folks. That's what somebody else said. A car wash or a Dollar General? That's probably true. A mini Dollar General. A micro Home Depot. Then somebody else said a Motel 6. People were out there with their ideas. And then somebody said a car wash or Olive Garden combo. I love when you put this stuff out there and people, here you go. What about a Radio Shack? Radio Shack I don't even think actually exists as the Radio Shack that we know. Dave and Buster's. Somebody else said another failure. Oh, somebody said if you don't know, quit guessing or quit saying what you want to be your answers don't count. Somebody else said a Blockbuster or Toys R Us. So I love it when they open these questions up and people go wild. There was one where they had it 3 stories, and that was pretty funny too. So, we do have too many of the same things. A chicken restaurant. Of course, we need another chicken restaurant. But anyways, somebody said a strip club. A Pick-a-Flick or Sears. Whoa. These are some of the things that cross people's minds. Anyways, I'm going to quit looking at it, but I had quite a good time looking at it last night. Anyways, I did want to mention the opening yesterday of the ribbon cutting for the new technology center that is going to be going out at Piedmont Tech. Don't know if you saw any of the renderings of it. Oh my God. What a palace! What a palace! All that glass when you walk in, glassed entranceway, and then I guess it goes back into it. What a unbelievable facility that is going to be. Now, I also know that comes the end of the year, I can't remember which event is the last event they're going to have there, but at the Medford Center across the way, they're going to be doing a whole new event center right there, and that is going to change that up. So if that's what they're doing, for their new technology center, I can't wait to see what they're going to do at the event center right across the way. So Piedmont Tech is certainly doing a lot of great things. Of course, all the people that are touting it are, of course, because of the capital sales tax project for this past year that was voted in. Capital sales tax projects are great for helping get things that are needed. I think some of the issues that I had with it, it's over with. It's done now. They have moved on. They are coming up with the projects. This project is the number one project. So as soon as the money, or maybe they're going to go ahead and start in anticipation. I do know that the $10 million that they're going to get from capital sales tax project monies is simply part of it. So who knows, they may go ahead and start working on it. It's kind of like the Powell's building uptown that's going to be the destination location for all things uptown Greenwood. They're going to start working on that, even though that project is further down on the list. My understanding is that they are going to have that done by the end of the year. The money will, I guess, come out of some monies that Discover Greenwood has in their account to be able to do it, and then they'll get repaid as the money comes in. There's a lot of good things from the capital sales tax project does for our community. No question about it. So this is a good one. I do want you to know next week we've got quite an exciting week coming up on Meet Me at the Diner. Tuesday, we're going to have Stacy Kirby and Dr. Baker. Dr. Baker, I'm not sure, she's over quite a huge part of the Clemson extension, and she is going to be here, and we are going to be doing a live knife demonstration. Yes, it's true. We're going to do how to use the proper knife for the proper item. That's on Tuesday. We're also going to be talking about some of the exciting things that are happening right there at with the Clemson extension. So you'll want to make sure you hear about that. Wednesday, we are going to have Charles Angel coming over here. He is with the Due Westerners, the robotics group. He is going to be coming over here giving us an update on the building, the center that they are building over there in Due West, and tell us about this organization. They've just started off a new season, and so this is going to be exciting to come and talk to us about that. I hope that one of the, I'll say kids that's now an adult that started with Charles and Charles's son and another kid can come with him and talk about what that experience meant growing up. He actually is a Lander grad, and so this will be fun to talk with him if he's able to come. So Charles Angel, Due West Robotics will be here, and on Thursday we are going to have Jay Hancock. Chef Jay Hancock will be with us. He teaches chefisms, how to do food safety and culinary arts, all that kind of good stuff at District 50's the G. Frank Russell Center. And he also helps out at Piedmont Tech teaching some of the classes there. He is always involved in helping good things for our community. So we got a jam-packed week next week. So I hope you will tune in for that. Monday afternoon, Monday afternoon, I am going up to Sherry Biggs' Salute to Liberty. That should be an excellent event. Sarah Huckabee Sanders will be there. I'm hoping I might get an interview, and if I do, you'll hear it Tuesday morning. But I'll come back with some sound. Well, also, I wish you would sign up for notifications because we will be going live from right there at the event. You'll get notified if you sign up on WCRS // WCRS 98.5 / 1450 AM on our Facebook page. You'll know when we go live, and if you are available or you want to, you can tune in and see it. Of course, every interview that we do goes also onto our our website after the interview. Usually takes us a day to get it up. I'm going to tell you what, this Facebook Live has certainly been a boon to getting the information out there we do one day and getting it up there for podcasts. So, however you'd like to check it out, please do. I also want to say that I am excited. We've gotten some great likes in the last week right here on WCRS, liking our page right there. Let's see if I can get to it. We've got 911 likes. 911 likes. We've gone from $8.99 sitting there forever, and now we're cruising. So if you like my page, hallelujah. I'm going to be doing something special, and all those that have been doing it in the last couple of weeks will be eligible for a drawing. Well, what's in the drawing? I don't know yet. It'll be a surprise to me and you. So you got to stay tuned right here on WCRS. Let's see if we got anything else. I want to make sure that you know about the Jamboree is tonight at 6 o'clock. Emerald is playing. We are not, I repeat, we are not carrying the Jamboree, but it goes 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and I think 8 to 9. They'll be doing that right there at Greenwood High. Tickets are, you have to have your tickets to go to it, but that's still going to be a fun night and kind of get you the opportunity to see your first look at football. Another thing that has happened that I think you should know about, that Greenwood County and Greenwood County, South Carolina government are excited to introduce a new online building permit portal through Citizen Serve, going live this coming Monday, August 18th. This new platform allows residents and contractors to request, track, and pay for permits at any time from anywhere. The system is designed to streamline the permitting process and make it more accessible and efficient for everyone. And you don't have to wait if the county employees are off on Friday. You do not have to wait to try to see them Monday through Thursday. So isn't that good? With the new portal, electric, mechanical, plumbing, building, land disturbance, and manufactured home permits can all be submitted and paid for online. The platform also allows users to submit code enforcement complaints directly from their computer or mobile device. This launch is a major step forward in modernizing how we serve the people of Greenwood, said Travis Lathern, City County building official. Whether you're a homeowner, contractor, or business owner, Citizen Serve gives you the tools to handle permitting tasks at your convenience. So this is something that will begin on Monday. And residents can access the online portal through the permit page of the Greenwood County website. So that's how you find it. Just FYI. Also coming up this Saturday, Jonathan Bass will be out there with his doing a trash pickup. Now let's see, where are they picking up? Where are they meeting? They are meeting on, where are they meeting? I've got it right here. They've got it right here. I think I have it. This Saturday, 9 a.m., Jordan Memorial Church, 1515 Durst Avenue East, 9 a.m. trash pickup. So if you are in the mood for if you are in the mood for picking up trash, would like to make sure your area of Greenwood is looking good, we hope you'll get out and meet City Councilman Jonathan Bass and crew to be out there doing this. In other news, I do want to just mention the YMCA is doing fall swim lessons. If you do not know how to swim, you need to learn how to swim. This is preschool and school age. Each session is Monday through Thursday, 5:30 to 6:30. Members are just $55, non-members $96, and this is for ages 2 to 12. Starts September 8th through the 11th and then goes on every week from that time on. Adult and parent taught swim lesson dates are on our website at lakelandsymca.org. So if you'd like to be a parent, I guess, and work with younger children, less than 2, then you can sign up for that. But that's another good thing. Also, coming up this Saturday is the Cruisers Uptown Greenwood. They'll be having that. That's always a lot of fun. That is from 6 to 9 to Saturday night. Also on Saturday is the Princess Tea Party at the museum. That 11 o'clock is sold out. They may still have a few tickets for the 2 p.m., but that's a great event. 864-229-7093, 864-229-7093. If you'd like to go to that, it would be a great event to go to. So, with that being said, there's a lot more. There's great music. There's things going on everywhere. But I did want to make sure that you knew about some of these events. Make sure you get out and enjoy this weekend. And if you need a pet or you can help out there at the Humane Society, I don't have a message on this. I'm just putting it out there. They can always use your help. So how about that? Good things are happening. And make sure you check out Fly-By electric bicycles. They are doing a great job. They were on the show with us this week. We had great guests. Fly-By electric bicycles. They were on Tuesday. Rosemary Bell and Pam Kirby were on yesterday, and on Wednesday we did a show with the pop-up interview I did with Sherry Biggs. So check all these things out. There's so much good that you can do out there in our community. Also, don't forget, coming up on Thursday, job fair. If you don't have a job, get out there and get a job. That's out there at the Medford Family Event Center. It is from 10 to 1, and come dressed for success and bring your resumes too. So that's what I have to say here today. Have a great day. Tune in tomorrow morning. If you're out running around doing stuff, we'll be playing some cool old music. I don't have anything else. I'm excited about my new telephone number. Can't wait to get it out there so you all can get opportunity to be on the radio. So if you would like to participate in that, we'll have a new text and voice line, and that's going to be kind of fun too. So have a great weekend. That's going to do it for me. Penny says, are you about ready to get out of here? I need to go for a walk. All right. Yep, she's just looking at me like, yes, close this show out, Ann. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. That's going to do it for me. Bye-bye. And that is a wrap.
Keep on sharing.
The phones are open.
Keep on laughing.
Give us a call.
You gotta keep on caring. As long as you've got a voice, don't
What's on your mind?